Hi, welcome to the second video on this web development series. In the last video, we talked about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and we talked about how to make use of the developer tool for editing the content of our web page on the fly. We also said that we'll be needing some tools to get started with this particular course. And we said those tools are a browser and an IDE. Here, I have two browsers, which are Google Chrome, and we have the Firefox over here. So I would encourage you to actually download these two browsers, download Google Chrome for your operating system. If you should be accessing this on your Mac operating system, you should be having the Mac installer or the Linux installer, depending on the operating system. So you can actually access this from google.com/Chrome, and the link to this particular site is going to be placed on the description, as well as the link to each and every one of these particular softwares. The next browser here is actually the Firefox Developer Edition. Now, the Firefox Developer Edition is a special kind of browser, and we can download it from this web address. It's a very nice browser, I must say. It's actually built specially for developers. And over here is my personal favorite IDE, which is known as Webstorm. So Webstorm is actually owned by JetBrains, and it is available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. But Webstorm is not a free IDE. It's actually a paid IDE, but you can actually try it for free for 30 days. And if you like it, you can go ahead to purchase it. So another very good IDE is an IDE that is known as Atom. So Atom is a free IDE. It is available for all operating systems. You could just click on download here and install this particular IDE. It is free and it's open source. It is owned by GitHub, and GitHub is actually owned by Microsoft now. So I think it's going to be okay to say that Microsoft actually owns Atom currently. Another good IDE is this one called VS Code. So VS Code, if I'm not mistaken, should be the world's most popular IDE. So VS Code is this. VS Code is this. You can install it on your Windows, your Linux, or on your Mac operating system. And the last IDE that I want to talk about here is actually called Sublime Text. So Sublime Text is a very good IDE, and it's also available for all operating systems. That is for Windows, Mac, and Linux operating system as well. We could go ahead to download any of this IDE. You could use any of this IDE, but for the browser, I strongly encourage you to download both Chrome and to download Firefox Developer Edition. So just before I get done with this video, I would like to tell you a difference between an IDE and a code editor, because sometimes this could be used interchangeably. So a code editor is simply a plain application that is used for writing code. And if you're on Windows, you actually have a code editor over here, and your code editor is actually Notepad. So you can actually write your code on Notepad and it's still going to work, but this is actually going to be very, very stressful for you to manage. So that's where an IDE comes in. An IDE helps you to manage your code. It helps you to predict the next type of code that you're about to write. It gives you correction. It corrects you if you make mistakes in writing your code. And the correction is also a good way for you to learn as well. Like the Webstorm IDE, they also have a spell checker. So when you have a typo, it could actually correct your typo automatically. So that's just it about the IDE, and that's it for the browser as well. So I'll see you all in the next video.